Hello there. Once again, Santon from Anton Bay, and on this beautiful morning, I am going to crack open this Eastman and Laird's Ninja Turtles Adventures Man Ray action figure from the Archie Adventure series. I loved the Archie Adventure series. Probably my favorite form of Ninja Turtles, and I passed on this guy originally, and I got home and I was like, what in the world did you just do? You have got to go back and get him. You've got to. Now, I used to have a bunch of the cartoon versions of stuff. I've kind of moved away from a lot of them. And I'm not like a big wild fan of NECA figures, period, for breakage issues, and they have a gummy feel that I'm not crazy about. But this particular character, there's just no way. In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Tournament Fighters game, he was always one of my favorite characters to play. Between him and April, I could take on about anybody. One thing I'm not crazy about is the way they pack these guys. Man, they've got so many of these little plastic tab things. Crazy. So at some point I hit the button and killed the recording on that, but I'm back. I got him out of the package. I tried a few things while the camera was off. For one thing, just right off the bat, the figure weighs a ton. This guy is really heavy. And for some reason, as much as I tried, I could not get his second head on. The head, it was very difficult to exchange because you have a ball peg that runs up and swivels, and you don't have any way to maneuver this, and it's very cupped in. Very difficult to change the head. I could not get the second head on. So that's the head that's on there. I had to put it back on. It went back on pretty easy, but it is what it is. Accessories, he comes with a whole bunch of hands, including this odd one. Doing something, I'm not sure. He comes with the sea turtle, which is amazingly well painted. I really like. He comes with a harpoon gun, which is kind of interesting. I don't ever remember him carrying a harpoon gun. And he comes with this little shrimp guy whose name I can't remember. But he gets killed. He gets shot by Kid Terra in one of the, I think it was like issue 15 or 16, something like that. Either way, he gets shot. It went to really push. They had a very anti-gun agenda in their Archie comic, so it is kind of weird that they would pack him with a gun, because I don't remember him ever using one. And I remember they were real sticklers about weapons. They didn't want anybody to use guns, even though they'd kill you with a sword, but you know, that was honorable. Shooting somebody with a gun wasn't. I don't know. It was a comic thing. It was the 90s. Who the hell knows? The other thing I want to point out with this figure, my immediate take on it is, oh my gosh, is it heavy? It is very heavy. This whole wing piece on the back is one giant, thick, ear-shaped piece of rubber. And now that I say ear-shaped, that's all I'm going to see is giant blue ears coming out of his back. But it is a Man Ray shape, stingray, which is like a guy, but he's like wearing it as a cape, except he is the Man Ray. So that part is a little odd, but the weight of that piece is kind of startling. And you cannot get him to stand unless you point the tail down. Now the tail attaches. It was also very difficult to get on. It came on, had to put it on out of the package. But I have had to flip it around in order to get him to stand, because that wing, that weighs so much. Like, it is so heavy. He absolutely cannot stand without that propping him up. Just too much weight on the back. The other thing I noticed was, I was like, oh, at least he doesn't have the big goofy flipper feet like the original Ninja Turtle figure had. But he does have monstrously weird feet. And I was like, I don't remember this as a feature, that he had just monstrous weird flipper feet. I thought and I remember in the game he always just had boots, and I can't really remember what he had in the cartoon, but either way, very odd. So other than that, you got pretty much standard Neca articulation. Stuff you want to be very, very careful with moving for the first time or any time, because it does tend to break. I'm going to say I have had less problems with them breaking recently, and it's less of an issue on these, I think, than it is on like their predators and their aliens and stuff, which are quite fragile. I don't like the angle you get on the fist. It looks weird and downturned, like he's grabbing an invisible steering wheel. But other than that, you actually get a pretty decent range of movement out of the middle torso joint here, which I appreciate, because with a figure with this kind of a big thing on his back, a lot of times you don't get the movement in the waist that you should. He doesn't kick very far forward or to the sides. You don't have a lot of articulation in the hips. He doesn't have butterfly hinges or anything like that. He does have an upper bicep cut, which is pretty decent. I'm going to say the only drawback on him is that fin weight. It is really, really heavy. Everything else looks really awesome. And gosh, I wish I could remember this little guy's name. And I personally like this head better. I was going to put the smug whatever head on, but I don't know. I kind of like the angry. That looks so much more Archie Comics accurate. And I don't know if I'm going to use any of these hands. I have these bins that I just put all these accessories in, because there's no way I'm going to display or use or utilize all of the accessories that some of these figures come with these days. I kind of prefer less accessories, but that's me. Less accessories and sell it to me for cheaper. Speaking of cheaper, this guy was not. They are quite expensive. I know most of your Ninja Turtle Archie figures are running about $30, especially if you pick them in a 2-pack. You get 2 figures for $60. This guy was a little higher. He was $40 even, $39. Even out of all of the line, there's like, oh, 30, 30, 30. No, he's 40. Either he's larger, takes more plastic, or what. I think I only paid like $35 for Slash, the Archie Slash, but Man Ray was more, and I don't know why. I'm okay with it. It does seem a little pricey for what it is. I mean, he's big, but he ain't that big. And he's chunky, but he's not that chunky. And this is just solid chunk of rubber. But either way, I saw it, had to have it. There it is. That's my review. Take from it what you will. I can't even tell you if this is an easy pass or a definite get. That's on your mileage. I can only show you what it is. I like it. As far as all that stuff aside, though, I will say, if anything invokes like a guttural, like child memory of, oh yeah, I want that guy. He's cool. He does that. He definitely does that. The packaging, everything, just screams, ooh, 90s childhood, really strongly. It has a very, very high nostalgia factor. I'll give it that. So that's my story. Thanks for watching. I will catch you guys later. Bye.